Hello everyone and welcome. After the past day has been a lot of stuff at once. Yeah, back to Godot, back to a very small entry in Nia is trying to learn programming. It's probably gonna go super well because after one hell of a hectic week and not enough sleep, I'm definitely going to be in an amazing situation to do that. But let's just keep going. Okay. Basically need to do this. So I mean I made the player something you can just slot in. That's you know yeah. It's here. Technically, I was looking through this. Technically, since I have pathfinding already, yeah. So effectively, we just need to tell the game when patrolling that pathfinding target position should be the next waypoint global position. How do we get that? Because I think then everything else just happens. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm like very confused about though. Hmm. Like legitimately the one thing I am not understanding how it should work out. Let me just look it up. So basically, I have target marker to D. So like let's just finding. I mean, it should bring up something, right? mean, I'm not trying. That's that. You know what? Hmm. I'm genuinely a bit confused how to tackle this. really a problem. I'm not even finding stuff on that. Like, I'm finding a few things, but nothing. Hmm. Anyway, I realize currently probably what my problem is. Every time I'm trying to do this, it's like, it's not that I'm probably not getting the core concepts, because if I could just literally find out how to call these 2 points, I wouldn't have a problem. The problem is simply simply the fact that they are basically markers in a node 2D, and I do not know how to call that. How to be like, oh, go cycle through those two markers in an unspecified waypoint node that you can just add to the enemy, because modularity. Because everyone else online is just like, yeah, just add two markers to the enemy and then just call them directly. And it's like, that's, yes, but that's not what I want to do. Ah. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so get child. Mm. You know what? Let's just look at get child first. Wait, can I just maybe? Okay, maybe just variable is breakpoints, but get child. Um, Hey, Seraph, I'm still trying to figure stuff out. That this is one like get children. Okay, get children. Um, so still trying to solve some stuff here, and if I'm not getting it done soonish, I'm just probably gonna just do some pew pew games. Okay, get children. Um, wait. Yeah, basically, I'm trying to get uh them to recognize that there are two markers here, and that is hard. Okay, let's do this one again. We definitely need the personal position. I can definitely make it like this. How are you doing, by the way? Been a bit. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, we do want that right here. Um, um, uh, all right, I would say there's just also a lot of hectic shit that happened. So, that was very annoying, honestly. I had to take care of a few things, like for example, our stove broke. Well, is in the middle of breaking down. So that's something I would say. That is very fun that it happens. Yeah, and there's a lot of other stuff I need to take care of, and it's just, yeah. There we go. You know what? Let's see if that works. But yeah, basically, thought so. Okay, obviously that's not doing anything. Yeah, basically, if I want to use any of the cooking elements, like the main cooking elements, it just kicks out the, how's it called, fuse in the apartment, which is not good. So right now, small things are doable. I can still do stuff in the oven. God. And otherwise, the plan is probably just like, well, either the thing is, I don't know it right now. We have to kind of ask on Monday. Either the thing is actually rented, like part of the rent, then the landlord has to actually fix it. That would be optimal. Then we just need to tell them to, please fix this ASAP because problem. Or, as it can be in Germany, it can be not part of it. Then I have to replace it. Not impossible. I just need to find something that would be useful to do that. I mean, here's the thing. The stuff I'm doing here is not limiting, it's not directly false. Yeah, I hope so, because I think the kitchen might actually be part of the apartment. It could be. I know the lamps aren't, so, like, when I moved in, we didn't have light in like 2 rooms. you know, Agonia's dad was here for a visit and he had a drill, and now I have a drill, and like we have no lamps. That wasn't really the hardest thing to add. Yeah, and even then, hey, I'm learning how to replace a cook field. Problem is just which one, because like, and then so that's gonna be the hard thing to know, because like we're still having a coil one, well, not the classic coil, but more of an just a normal electric stove, and which is useful because I have some cookware from my grandma she couldn't use anymore, which is really good cookware. Not induction worthwhile, Kind of hate to let all those stainless steel pots and pans go to waste, but that would be it then. Yeah, because like the cheapest option I could think of is like, let me just look at like this. So like, I'm definitely going to probably hit IKEA on Monday anyway, and just grab a induction stove. Maybe a one plate one, probably a 2-plate one. That's carryable, because like that's $80. And having a bit of induction in a pinch is not bad. Yeah, I can't use most pots on it, but who cares? I can still use like pans and shit, and if something breaks or anything, I can use that, not a problem. But yeah, the big problem is like this: the cheapest replacements I know of is like just finding the right size at IKEA, getting the old one yanked out, putting a new one in, and that would be it. Problem, again, induction. I would need to find something for my pots then. So that's that. Problem is, when I go to any of the big electronic stores, the cheap ones are like still electric coils, which is fine, but they come with a new oven, which would then just be like a lot of extra shit. Yeah, I know. It's kind of funny to think about how gas stoves are like the way the gas companies keep gas in the houses, even though it's everything they claim about gas is bullshit. Like, genuinely, it's bullshit. I find it so funny. I think the biggest crime is to the degree that it took until induction that people were like, oh shit, maybe this is better than gas. And the answer is like, yeah. No, you can just waypoint. Waypoints dot global position. Is that working? Let me just see if this breaks the game. If it breaks, no, it doesn't. You're still not moving, huh? That's actually the irony. That's actually the fucking irony about it. So the one upside, quote unquote, gas has is temperature control. But actually, gas is horrible at that. Like, gas is really fucking horrible at actual temperature control. Wait, let me actually show you that. Because honestly, the thing is, I probably at this point I'm not getting this. Like, I get the concept, and it doesn't break. But oh no, that's not even the thing. It's even funnier. Let me just show this on a actually on a big screen. There we go. So here's the thing. Gas stove versus and okay, so you know what? Let's just talk a little bit about that before we just switch, because yeah, I'm getting a bit into the. I have some headache parts again, and anyway, gas stoves. Let's take a look at them. Look, aside from the fact that gas stoves, you know, they are open flames, they can produce literal gas, CO2 monoxide, carbon monoxide poisoning, etc., etc., etc. The thing is, if you look at this alone, do you see the inherent problem with gas? It's just inefficient by design. Like, especially if you look at gas under a thermal lens. Gas is so bad because this is all heat coming in a ring. The center isn't that it gets hot, but yeah, but also all the heat can dissipate to the sides and climb up the pot. Gas is horrible at actually heating pots. It is really inefficient. So they spun the one part about its inefficiency, aka, well, you know, if you turn it down, you know, the temperature is instantly gone. Something that also induction can now do, but you know, that's the one upside. And it's the side product of its inefficiency. That's a key thing. These things should be literally banned, because you can just plug in an electric stove in like your normal outlet and it works. I mean, where gas just needs bespoke shit. Like they literally should be burned in like the EU and everywhere else. Like, again, that's a downside. That's the one thing they say. Oh, you turn it down and the heat is gone from the stove, and you can regulate it better while the thing is still on. Here's the thing. That's just a side effect of their inefficiency. So now you look at a classic, just Saran cookware. Like, by the way, those coils, they're just not that good. But like, it's basically, you know, a resistor coil in sand. So, you know, even those, but you know, those are more comparable to those here. But like, basically, fun fact, those are toasters. Like, quite literally, the wire in there is basically the same shit you have in a toaster. It just gets hot really, really fast. And if you then look at it, it's like, oh, wait, thanks to the design itself of the field, the heat is trapped under the pot, which is literally why they have to actually cycle quite fast to not overheat, because you know, there's like trapped heat between the glass and the pot that just bounces back and forth and just also heats up. Because like, yeah, technically these take longer to get hot than how's it called? These take longer to get hot technically than induction, but they're still way more efficient at getting stuff hot and usable and most importantly, staying hot than gas stoves. Because by the way, if you look at aluminum cookware that have like stainless steel cookware with aluminum bottoms that are like there to buffer heat and control heat, they work even better on electric stoves. Like, and you're like, oh, but temperature regulation. So, if you had a pot here, okay, and you're like, oh no, it's getting too hot in the pot, but when I turn off the cook field, it doesn't get cold instantly because it's, this really hot coil at first has to cool down. What should I do? You can take the pot and move it to another cook field that has the same effect. Literally, the one thing the gas industry tries to promote as an upside, even though it's a side effect of its inefficiency, is literally mitigated by the fact that you can just move the pot. Also, the ceramic cook fields already do not use up a lot of heat, a lot of electricity. Like, we have like where is it again? Yeah, that's an EU thing right now. Yeah, whether you could simply move the pot rather than turn off a fire beneath it. Yeah. So this is kind of like, how efficient is the stuff with your electricity? And you need to keep in mind, so basically, the old stuff, where is it again? Like, basically, nowadays, there's an EU thing about, hey, how good is your stuff actually at using electricity? So that you can actually see at a glance how well it performs. And the interesting thing here is that most appliances, like TVs, are more down here usually. They pull in electricity, but the irony is most like washing machines, they are like A ratings. They don't use like a lot. They're like genuinely really efficient ones. And if you look at, for example, ovens and stoves, like when I looked at it, it was like, all the induction ones obviously A++, because like induction is ridiculously energy efficient. But the energy coil is like really close behind, because turns out, hey, normal ceramic cook fields are already really fucking energy efficient. It's kind of funny. Also, we have the thing of if you really want to use gas, you technically want to have a wok burner. But then you realize one thing very quickly. These things are basically designed already to maximize the power of gas. Because when the flame by the way, they produce much stronger flame. So, like, those are stupidly hot. Second, the wok is shaped that all the things going up the sides actually still heat up the pan, because the pan is like shaped to guide the fire. And there's even some protection on the sides and stuff. But if you're not thinking, oh wait, that's cool. Um, they're currently working on induction versions of that. Like, there's also a lot of kitchens that started using induction instead of fire because they're like, there's not a big difference. And yeah, technically you're missing out some of the flame flavor, but you can put that back with like a bit of a hand gas burner, technically, ironically. So you would literally go from a gigantic fuck of gas guzzler to, oh, you can just use induction. And they're getting also better. Like, I'm sorry, electricity has won the whole gas thing so long ago. It's kind of ridiculous how much gas got owned. Like, literally, gas got just teleported into the shadow realm. And it has been there ever since. Anyway, I think I know at least now how to move forward with my project. But like, yeah, I'm not feeling well. That sucks. Wait. So, I will be stop this for today. Stop at least the programming part now. We're gonna switch over and we're just gonna shoot some things and yap while doing that. Because I know what to do. The problem is just I now need to really learn hard arrays because well, that's nice. At least that's what else in that game, in and out. So we tried getting back a bit into Back for Blood today. It was pretty fun. But need to update some builds for No Hope because No Hope is brutal. Anyway, see you in a second. Just reload the page. We will be right back.